I almost recorded coffee B-roll for this video. What a mistake that would have been. It's only the beginning of 2020 and it feels like almost every day another company is announcing something for smartphone cameras. Today is no exception. We have PolarPro announcing LiteChaser Pro. So what is LiteChaser Pro? LiteChaser Pro is PolarPro's brand new filter collection built specifically for iPhones and only for the iPhone 11, 11 Pro Max, and the 11 Pro? Yeah, the 11 Pro, and the 11 Pro Max. Only the new flagship iPhones. So if you have an old iPhone, if you have an Android phone, sorry, but you are out of luck. It seems that PolarPro is only focusing on the brand new flagships from Apple, probably to avoid the headache of trying to deal with all the old camera systems. And then if you look at Android, there's just way too much stuff going on for them to make all these brand new cases for it. So I feel like maybe using the iPhone 11, 11 Pro, and Pro Max is kind of like a beta test to feel like, is this working? Does it work well? Do people want something like this? And I think there's no better phone to test that on than the brand new Apple iPhone. The kit that PolarPro sent me is called the photography kit. And what that includes is their case, a circular polarizer, and this interesting grip that we're gonna talk about a little bit more shortly. The whole system itself, like first impressions, seems really nice. I really like how everything's made. It's all very high quality. It's the kind of stuff that you'd expect from PolarPro. They make Peter McKinnon's variable ND filter. They make some of the best thread-on filters for lenses. Everyone knows PolarPro, everyone knows they make great products, and I don't think this is any exception when it comes to build. Where the whole kit kind of falls apart for me though is the fact that it is this kind of kit. This isn't a system that you can kind of build into your existing system. And what that means is if you're someone who shoots with moment lenses or you have like a Moondog Labs kind of thing, you can't use these brand new PolarPro filters with anything that you already own because they've come out with proprietary mounts. And I'm not a fan of proprietary mounts. For me, when it comes to smartphone stuff, I think bayonet mounting is the best option that's out right now. Not that it's the best in general, I just think it's the best that we've been offered. And what that is the mount that Moment uses, it's the mount that Siru uses, and now even Moondog Labs' new filter mount uses the bayonet mount itself. And so for PolarPro to come out with a proprietary, that is such a mouthful. And so for PolarPro to come out with a proprietary mount, wow, try and say that 3 times fast. And so for PolarPro to come out with a proprietary mount feels like a bit of a bummer. And it is a bit of a bummer because not only is it proprietary, I hate saying proprietary now, not only is it proprietary, but it's also very difficult to get the filter on to the phone. You basically get this case, right? And you get your filters that actually come in a really nice little protective cover. But getting this filter onto this case is like one of the biggest pains I've ever had shooting with a smartphone. There's these little tiny little nub things here that have to line up with these little nubs on the case. And every single time I try to do it, except for this time right here, it's always been a pain trying to get this thing on. It could be that I've been doing this so many times now that it's getting easier, but in the field when you're out shooting, it was really cold. I was shooting with this on the weekend and I was having such a hard time getting this damn thing on here. And so the mount is a bit of a pain to use. Now, once it's on, it does seem relatively secure. It doesn't feel like it's gonna pop off. So I think it is a good mount in the sense of that it mounts and it works. But if you're in the field and you wanna swap filters, I just feel like there could have been a better system. And I think that better system was using the bayonet. The other thing with it being proprietary is it means you have to use their case too. And I'm someone who actually kind of likes using their phone without a case. So having to
I'm not sure I understand.
And so that's another pain point for me is it's just a little bit too OtterBox for my taste, if that makes sense. It's just too much protection and to the point where it feels bulky and it's big and it's kind of heavy. The cool thing about the case though is that you can use this kind of mounting system and I would very interested to see if they come up with other accessories for this. But essentially you get this mount grip thing that just clips on to the case like that, which is relatively easy to do. And that makes it kind of cool because then you turn it into this like shooting rig thing that you can use for portrait or you can use it vertical. And it just gives you a little bit better stability when you're out shooting. I definitely like this. It also has a couple quarter threads on it, so you can attach it to a tripod and whatnot. And so like that's a cool extra add-on to the whole case system, but for me, it doesn't negate the fact that this only attaches via proprietary mount. I would love to be able to use these filters with either my Moment case or no case at all, with a clip maybe. I just don't like being locked into one case system, especially when that case is not my favorite. So how about the filters themselves? So far I only have the circular polarizer. The variable ND and the ND is coming out soon. There's a pre-order link in the description of this video so you can get a look, get all the filters that are coming. But right now, all I've had to play with is the circular polarizer. Circular polarizers are pretty cool. If you're not sure what they do, is if you've ever worn like polarized sunglasses, if you like fishing glasses, if you're out on the water and you wear fishing glasses, you'll notice that you can actually see through the water, almost like X-ray vision. What's happening is the filter within the lens is blocking out horizontal light, which basically removes reflections. So if you shoot a lot of architecture with windows, if you shoot a lot of cars, you get a lot of reflections on windshields and whatnot, you're just gonna get a cleaner image and a crisper image. It also makes the colors in the sky a little bit richer. Overall, you just get a little bit more of a contrasted image and it just kills reflections. And so you just gotta kind of line it up every time you shoot to kill, whether you're vertical or horizontal. You just circle this right here, and essentially this will kill the reflection. You can actually watch it in real time move. So it's really cool. It's kind of like X-ray vision. It's something like I really didn't explore with smartphone stuff, and now that I've used it, I actually really like it. But again, I have to use this silly case and mount with it, so I'm not sure how much more I'll be using it, and I might be exploring other polarizers soon. But really, I can't stop thinking about this mount and how much I wish it was a little bit more universal. Because another thing is, if you look closely at the mount, there's not even any future proofing on it to maybe add lenses down the road. Like if PolarPro wanted to get into the lens world, they would have to come up with a whole new case now. I can't see them making a case that would be able to use this mount that they're using for the filters because it just covers all three lenses. Now that is a good thing. I do like that it covers all three lenses, which means you can switch between tele, the wide, and the ultra wide on the 11 Pro. So as annoying as the proprietary mount is, I do like that it covers all three lenses. But then the elephant in the room is that Moondog Labs also has their own new filter mount system, but you can use any filters that you want, and the case uses bayonet mount. So I love bayonet mount because that lets me use my moment lenses and all that kind of fun stuff, which I can't do with the PolarPro. Now, as of launch today, which today as in Tuesday the 18th of February, they are launching the circular polarizer as the first filter within this setup, and there is some cool launch day pricing, so make sure you check the description for all the prices on here. I won't put prices in the video because it's just gonna fluctuate and change now because of this launch day special pricing, but just know everything's gonna be in the $100 range for complete kits, and then all the accessories are in the $20 to $50 range. So really, if you're someone who does a lot of smartphone shooting and you don't use third-party lenses, I do think this is a really nice kit for the money. And I'm very interested to see when the variable ND comes out too, and the ND, because that'll just be a nice complete kit. And if you just leave that case on, you're gonna get the grip, you get the nice case, you're gonna get really great filters, because we all know PolarPro makes great filters. But if you're someone like me who likes to bop around with lenses and try different cases, I don't know if this is really the solution for the way that I shoot. Could be for you, but I don't think it's for me. Let me know in the comments what you think of LiteChaser Pro. I'm very interested to see what you think, because PolarPro, again, is like a really well-known company. Everyone knows them because of Peter McKinn's variable ND as well. So I think it's cool that a company like PolarPro is paying attention to smartphones, because they are real cameras, and I'm tired of everyone saying they're not. So I like that they're making stuff for the system. I just think there's a little bit of refinement that needs to be made specifically within the mount, but I would be curious to hear what you guys think about it. Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe, and you will see me next time I feel like making a video. Cheers.